Okay, good morning. We're here at Brooklands again, and we're looking at all things small today. As you can see, it's Mini Day at Brooklands. Okay, so we're going to have a little walk around here again this morning and see if we can find some owners and have a quick chat to them about their lovely mini cars. So we're walking on the finishing straight, and as you can see there are quite a few minis here this morning. All different types. We've got the more modern minis behind me at the moment, and then we're moving up to the older minis, perhaps the more traditional ones you think of. But there's all sorts of variations on those, including a mini moke. But there's vans, there's pickup trucks, there's mini Clubmans, there's all types, and we're going to find a few owners this morning. We've got a row of, looks like modern minis, there's one older one in here, and they seem to be called the Maniacs only group. So we're going to see if we've got anyone from the Maniacs only group here. People are stepping back. Hannah and Kev, we've got Hannah and Kev here from the Maniacs. What are the Maniacs?
We are the Maniacs.
We are the Maniacs, yeah.
Yeah, there's our club flag there, look, in the background.
Yeah.
You can see.
We
We're a big group from all around the country. So we're from Fareham down near Portsmouth. The others are from Guildford. James behind you there, he's from Reading. You don't live in Guildford no more, do you?
We're in Crowthorne, Berkshire.
Crowthorne in Berkshire. So we come from all over the country, most of the members, but we all converge to come to the club shows and everything.
The massive group of friends who like minis.
But why Maniacs? Are you maniacs?
Well, yeah.
With that as well, yeah.
Yeah, but Dawn, who formed the group, she's not here today. Dawn Campbell, that was just a name that came up with Maniacs Only Group, and that's how it's stuck.
Yeah, nice catchy name, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what sort of cars have we got in here? I've got Dave and Malcolm on the cars. This is yours, is it? Are you Dave?
No, I'm Debbie. This is a tribute to my brother who died unexpectedly in June, and he was always known for wearing an orange coat, so I bought an orange Mini, and he's called Dave. That was my brother's name.
I love it, lovely tribute, isn't it?
And this is Malcolm, my first Mini, who I've had for 3 years, and I just wanted to give it a different name. I didn't know what to call it, so I gave him the name of Malcolm. So Dave is big brother or little brother to Malcolm.
And you managed to bring both down today.
I did. I came down with my husband today, yeah, Kevin. So.
And Dave then is a John Cooper Works. Tell us a little bit about the John Cooper Works Mini.
Then I just knew I wanted a John Cooper Works because I wanted something that was fast and sporty, and I'd never been able to have a fast sporty car before, and thanks to my brother and leaving me some money, I was able to buy a brand new car. So it's a beautiful car to drive, and I've never driven anything like it. It's fast.
Yeah, it certainly looks the works, doesn't it, really? It's lovely.
It's actually got 3 different modes. You can drive it in the city for green, and you can put it on city mode. Then it's got normal mode, and then you can put it into sport mode. So it's really nice.
A great drive, I should think.
Absolutely, yes. Absolutely.
Never had a hankering for an older one?
Yes, I have, but one, I don't know where I'd keep it, and I don't know. It's the upkeep of them as well. I mean, Malcolm, I've spent an awful lot of money on Malcolm this year. He's just had a major facelift, and he's had, well, basically all the wheels were done. He had a rusty rear light that they were able to put their fist through. So they had to put a whole new rear light on him and weld it in. So the one over on the right is completely new because it was rusted as crazy.
So even though they are a bit more modern, they still need work doing to them?
They do, yeah, definitely. But he's had a complete facelift done over a week while we were on holiday in Scotland.
All right, certainly looks very good today.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Good, enjoy your day.
Thank you very much.
Right, yeah, we're going to follow Hannah here, who's got Hercules at the end here. I like the way that people name these cars.
Hercules, Hercules without the H.
Hercules without an H. So, what does that mean?
There's Hercules up. Because of the registration. Registration's
registration's
So we nicknamed him
URK.
Hercules. Yeah, got little monkey, electric blue.
What sort of Mini is it? I mean, it's an R50,
It's just an
so...
R50. Obviously, we've done a little bit to it. It's got different exhaust, 3-inch all the way through. It's got no back seats.
All right, so you've taken all the back seats
Taken
out
the
and
back
we've got
seats
a
out.
sound system in there.
We got a little, yeah. You got that in there? Look at you.
Yeah, they do look nice, don't they?
Wheels. He's painted the calipers the other day. They're now black. A little bit stealth. Different lights. Obviously got our NHS Hero sticker. Can I just throw that out there?
There's all sorts of things you can do with the modern Mini, isn't there?
Oh, there really is. Thing is, each one's individual. You know, all these different ones, and they're all different, which is what I
Yeah, that's
like
the thing.
about it.
When you look around, the modern Minis and the older ones, there's probably not two exactly the same, is there?
No, there's not, and that's what I like about the mini scene is you can do it your own way. You know, it is nice.
So what led you to the Mini scene?
Well, to be honest, we just bought it randomly. We saw the colour, liked the colour, and one of our friends said, "Oh, you should join a mini group," which we did. We joined. Well, to be honest, we joined quite a few. We joined that one over there first, and then found Maniacs, which are now our
Your
friends.
main group, yeah?
Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, we're up on the finishing straight again by the hangar, and we've got a row of Minis, would you believe? And we've got a Mini with two flags on it. The 2000 Mini Register and the Cooper 500 Register. Can you tell us a little bit about the club? Or clubs?
Yeah, hi. So it's kind of one club, really. It's basically a club for the very last of the classics that were made in the year 2000, so the very last run-out models from MG Rover. And the 500 Register is the very last 500 Minis made. They actually were a model of their own right called the Cooper Sport 500, of which this blue one here is one of those. So that's one of the last 500 made.
Okay.
And then we expanded the Register to cater for the other final edition cars, which are technically the same. And they're all made in the year 2000. So they changed the model range in the final year, different interiors, different trim, same engines. So we just formed a club to sort of pull together all the same end of line cars, really.
That's a good idea. How would I know this is one of the last 500 then?
Well, it's difficult to tell because the actual 500 cars look identical to the ones that came directly before. The only differences are very subtle. So there's a plaque inside the glove box which actually says it's
Shall we
one
have
of
a
the
quick
last
look?
500, and you can't even see it unless the glove box opens.
Oh, they didn't advertise the fact too well.
The box is shut on that one, but
All right.
if the flap
So it's
was
actually
open, it's got a
inside
little
there.
metal plaque inside which says this is one of the last Alekis Agonis designed Minis.
Right.
They had a certificate signed by John Cooper, and I think it was Mr. Howell, I think was the MG Rover chairman at the time, and they came with like a gift bag, a goodie bag, full of bits and pieces. But other than that, you wouldn't really tell.
Other than that, it's pretty much the same. Well, you got a number on this.
Well, we
You
added
added
those
that
as
on.
a club, so they weren't officially numbered.
Right.
So we've numbered them in chassis order from 1 to 500 and done our own decals to make them look a little bit different, because we don't think they made a much effort to make them look different at the end. There was another 2,000 odd of these made with the same silver roofs and trim
Right.
that weren't 500s, they're 2,000 cars. So, yeah, very little differences. So it's quite difficult to spot the difference between a 2,000 car and a last 500
And a last
car.
500.
Kind of look the
You would
same.
have thought they would have done something a bit special, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I guess it's MG Rover, I guess at the time.
Yeah. I mean,
A lot
I've
of effort, but this particular car here has got a John Cooper S-Works conversion on it. So it had so it went down to Sussex, and John Cooper himself in the workshops down there actually did an upgrade on the car. So this one should have 90 horsepower rather than the 62. So this particular one's got different decals on it from John Cooper garages. So, and there's another one, the green one, 2 cars down, is also another John Cooper conversion. So an S-Works, as they're known.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
they left the factory at Longbridge as a standard car, and then they went for the upgrades down at in Sussex.
All right. And so these were all 2000 model year cars.
Yeah, every
and
single one,
they
yeah.
actually finished making them in the year 2000.
Yeah, right up to the end of the very last one's early October. So, so we're just sort of celebrating the end of the classics really in our club. So still looking for the. We haven't found them all yet, so we've got about 400. We found just under 400.
That's pretty good going out of 500.
And we know there's a few more out there to find.
Yeah.
Some we don't know where they are. There's one coming up at Bonham's auction in November. It's got 6 miles on the clock.
Really?
It's been in the
Goodness
Cayman
me.
Islands since 2000, and that's come back to the UK. So that'd be interesting to see how much it fetches.
It will.
value-wise.
Sort of value-wise, then, what are they worth these days?
So ones like that one with the 6 miles on the clock, I reckon that will go for probably about £50,000. Most of them go low mileage, good condition, no rust, which is unusual. They're upwards of £20,000 now.
Yeah.
So finding one of these at a reasonable price is getting quite
It's
difficult.
getting quite hard now.
More and more difficult, yeah.
Fantastic. So you never thought about a modern one?
Yeah, I've owned a modern one
Have you?
and sold it.
All right.
Yeah, they're okay. No, I don't dislike them, but kind of they're not the same as these.
No.
They're close, but not quite the same. They're just too comfortable.
No, they got something about these, haven't they? Yeah,
Yeah.
they're a little bit rough
Just
to ride, a bit
size.
bouncy,
Yeah, you can't get anything quite like
quite
it.
small. But yeah, you put one of these next to a modern one now, one of the Mini Clubman,
One of the latest
something,
ones.
you
They're
know,
dwarfed,
they're
aren't they?
huge,
But,
aren't they?
Yeah, you do
Yeah.
feel a bit small in these days on the motorway. I mean, these late ones are high geared, so actually 70 mile an hour on one of these is actually
not too
quite
bad.
comfortable. Again, that was from 96 onward. They changed the gear ratio and made them
Right.
a little bit more comfortable to be in.
Yeah.
The seats are quite comfy in
Yeah.
these as well. So, yeah, as a classic Mini goes, they're quite a nice place to be really on a longish trip. But,
Yeah, no, they do
but
look
they are
very
still,
nice.
they are still a classic. So yeah,
Yeah,
after a couple of hours you have to get out and
The
stretch your legs.
last of the Minis.
Yes,
Fantastic.
absolutely.
Thank you very much. And what's your name, by the way?
Andy Minot.
Andy Minot. Okay. Just walking by a red Mini, and he's going on holiday by the look of it. He's got a suitcase on the roof. Know little about that one. A couple of green ones. We've got one here that's got ERA turbo on the front. So ERA Mini, never heard of one of those. So if we had an owner with it, we could probably find a bit more about it. But it looks like a modified Mini. It's got ERA wheels. I'm not sure if that does stand for English Racing Automobiles on this, or probably something completely different. Nope, had a look round the back and it's not given us much other clue on there. But it has got another ERA on the back. Well, perhaps when we come back we might find an owner, you never know. So continue up, we've got more modern Minis here. And we're getting up toward the banking now. So here's an interesting one. It's the Box Hill Mini Club, and it's not got a mini engine in it. We've got a Vauxhall 16 valve. Not quite sure they managed to get this one in here. It's a bit of a squeeze by the look of it. Doesn't appear to be anyone around that owns it. And what have we got here? Okay, I'm not quite sure. Okay, we're still walking along the line. And we've got one here with cakes on the front. It's always interesting to have cakes on the front of a car. Okay, we're walking down yet another line of Minis, and we've got someone with one here. So we're going to have a look at this. It's a lovely red Mini with a roll cage in the back. We've just taken the bonnet off and put it round the back. So I don't know, he's probably getting his lunch out. Hello there. He is getting his lunch out. I was right, look.
Hungry.
Hi, obviously this is your car.
It is, yes.
Yeah, and what's your name?
David.
You're David. Hi, David.
Hello there.
Perhaps you can tell us a little bit about your Mini.
It was a little 850 once upon a time, and I've had it about 30 odd years now, 33 years.
All right, long-term owner then.
It was my wife's car when she went to college.
Ah, yeah.
And then she had a little accident in it and got squashed between her. Well, this is how long ago it was. It was a Dolomite Sprint and a Capri.
Really?
It was a Capri sandwich, so
Oh, goodness.
got hit back and front and back, so
Yeah.
off the road. It was off the road for 9 years. Literally cut the front off, cut the back off, and then found all the rust, as you did.
Yeah.
And then this happened over the last 30 odd years, bit by bit.
So this is a kind of a 30-year restoration.
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's taken a little while, but I'm nearly there. Engine's just gone back in about 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Just been rebuilt for the second, third time, I can't remember.
And this is the ordinary A-Series?
Yeah,
Okay.
A-Series.
Yeah. But it looks nice and shiny though.
Yeah, it's just had it full engine rebuild, new everything internal, so that's literally done about 10 miles getting here, that's it. That's
Right.
just maiden boil
That's it, is it? Oh, right.
since the engine's run. I haven't had it tuned up yet on anything, so...
It's all gone well then so
So far, I made
Fingers
it,
crossed,
like that,
fingers
yeah.
crossed.
Gear's a bit sticky, but
Yeah.
a bit of adjustment doing. Hopefully that'll sort it out for the next few
So
years.
what's the intention with the car? Is it? I see you've got a roll
Well, I
cage
built it
and
once
sports
upon a
seats in
time.
it.
Yeah, I built it once upon a time to do a few track days and, but kids and houses and life
Kind of,
gets
yeah,
in the
puts
way,
a
doesn't
stop
it?
to all that
So
sort
it's
of
just
thing,
a
doesn't
road
it?
car, but yeah.
You'd have trouble getting the kids in the back though,
Yeah,
wouldn't
that's the idea. Keep them. Now they're
you?
old
That's
enough
a
to drive
two-seater-
it.
Two-seater Mini.
Now they're old enough to drive it, so they've
Oh,
got their
oh.
eyes on it. Yeah.
Goodness.
So,
yeah.
but yeah, it's keeps me out of trouble looking after it.
We were just talking about that. These older Minis seem to have a following with younger people, which
Yeah.
you don't see in other
Yeah.
makes like MG and Triumph.
Yeah.
Tend to be older people that drive those.
My
But
daughter's-
Minis younger.
Well, my daughter's boyfriend's just bought one, based on having a drive.
And how old is he then?
He's 19.
19.
Nearly 20 years old. So
Right.
yeah, he's bought that a year ago. A few rust holes in it and a little,
Yeah.
a little 1000cc. But yeah, he's doing it up and learning on as he goes. So he's done a bit of work.
I think
on
that's
it.
the thing. They're probably fairly easy to work on, aren't they?
Yeah, 10mm spanner and a hammer. You can pretty much change
Yeah,
it. you know.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're simple. So as long as you know what you're doing with them, they're.
Yeah,
they're
it's
fairly
nice to see youngsters actually doing these things
Yeah,
with the
absolutely,
cars
yeah.
these days.
Yeah.
You don't see it so much with modern car owners. Don't really do anything to them at all.
No,
do
they
they
buy them and drive them, don't they?
Yeah,
Clean them.
and that's it.
Yeah, no, I like the technology as well.
Get them serviced once a year.
Yeah.
And you've had it. They don't do
No, I
complete
like
rebuilds.
tinkering around with it. So that's part of the hobby for me is, the working on it is as much as driving it and
Yeah.
doing all this.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go.
So is it going to go on to the next generation? This one then?
I expect so. Yeah, both the kids have got their eyes on it. So I've got a son and a daughter. So they're I'll sell it. I nearly did
No.
about 10 years ago,
Did you?
and I would have kicked myself. So too much time and blood, sweat and tears has
Yeah, you
has
spend
gone
a lot
into
of time
it.
and effort
Yeah.
into it, don't you?
Yeah.
It sort of becomes part of the family.
It does
doesn't
now.
it?
I might not use it for a year, but then when it comes out, you get back into the bug
Yeah,
again.
absolutely.
So yeah,
It's nice to come along today with lots of other
absolutely.
similar cars as
yeah,
well.
exactly. Yeah,
Brilliant.
It's a good day. Good
Okay,
day.
love. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Have my lunch now.
Okay, again, there's lots of clubs here. Just walked past a row of modern Minis here. The B Road Hunting Club. What does that mean? They're all out on the B roads, I guess, driving, which is obviously quite a lot of fun anyway. And then we move up, and this row in the line here is the Basinstoke Mini Club. And this is a Mini Mayfair, by the looks of things. Hello there, sir. Hiya. Are you cleaning or repairing?
Cleaning for now, repairing may come later.
Oh dear.
With it. So
but repairs are always on the cards anyway, aren't they? But
it's preventative maintenance is what I like to call it, because that way you're actually looking after it before things go wrong. So keeping the fluids up, much like the Air Force do with aircraft.
Absolutely, yeah, that's what you're doing at the moment.
Look after the cars in the same way.
Polishing, a little bit of cleaning, so you can see where all the leaks are.
That's it. Well, it doesn't leak; it marks its territory. That's what we like to believe, anyway.
Nice way to put it.
So, she's been with me since I was 16, so I'm 30 this year.
All
so
right,
I've had her a good 14 years.
Quite a while,
she's been through thick and thin with me.
Yeah.
She's been to the Channel Islands. I've not yet taken her onto the continent, but that will come eventually one day. Might have to have a little trip down to Le Mans.
So is this your first car then?
This is my first car, yeah, and it's had many good memories. As I say, it's been off to the Channel Islands, and my fiance won't let me sell it. We got engaged in the car, so
really,
yeah.
Goodness me,
it's a member of the family now.
Yeah, I've been speaking to a couple of people who are saying the same thing, that these older cars are part of the family.
It's strange how much
you
can't really fathom how much they sort of weasel their way into the family
true. Well,
dynamic.
I know the feeling. I've got an MGF that I've had since new. So it's 21 years old now.
It's an upgrade. It's an upgrade from a Mini.
Well, yeah, an upgrade from a Mini. We did have a Mini before. But yeah, I've had that 21 years, and it's getting on 140,000 miles on it. And I couldn't get rid of it.
This one's gone around the zeros. It's gone around the zeros and done quite a few long distance shows. I actually won the show and shine competition in this one with Paddy Hopkirk down at Brighton in 2009.
Oh, right. Okay.
On the 50th anniversary of the Mini being created. So that was quite special.
Nice.
That was very special. And she was.
So Paddy presented the awards.
He did indeed. Jet shook his hand. We got a signed poster of a picture of everything at Cowley coming off the production line, and he's autographed it for us. That's very special.
That is
memories
special,
to tell children.
Yeah, quite right.
So.
Lovely. And you're a club member, Basinstoke Mini Club,
yes.
By the look of it?
Yeah, Basinstoke Club. There's quite a few of us. There's only about 6 of us today, but obviously COVID has had an effect on some of us making it.
Fuel crisis probably as well.
And the weather, I mean, fuel this morning was, I've come from Andover, so it's been a bit of a drive, but we managed to get petrol. There was 3 petrol stations closed yesterday, so couldn't get any fuel at all, and that was all of the petrol in Andover. So
right, you managed to get some this morning.
Luckily, yeah. So
well, that was lucky.
And E10 as well. So, sorry, not E10, E5. Not E10. So fortunately.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if they're running out first or last, really, the E5s. So a lot of us older car owners have to use that now.
Rockets in the fuel tank and the odd bit of Red X every now and then. So, and keep an eye on those fuel lines and the carburetor links and seals.
So I'm just using the E5 in all mine now.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
enjoy the day.
Thank you very much.
Did I get your name? I don't think.
My name's Mark.
Mark. Okay, we're moving on to one of the more modern Minis here, and it's just a John Cooper Works. Can you tell us a little bit more about your car?
What do you want to know?
I want to know exactly what it is, what year it is, what engine it's got.
So it's a 2010 JCW Clubman, one of 230 UK ones. Got a forged engine.
Only 230 of these.
230.
231 of these were made, and that's just for the UK market.
UK, 600 worldwide. So they're a rare Mini, one of the rarest. Rarer than the GP. So
and so is this a Clubman or?
Yeah, Clubman. Clubman R55. It's got a hybrid turbo on it, forged engine, limited slip diff. It's just got what hasn't been done under the bonnet. And it's rare, this colour. I've only ever seen one in this colour.
Yeah, it is unusual, I have to say.
Hot chocolate.
Is that what you're drinking now?
Tea.
Yeah. Show us your little door at the back. I'm always fascinated by these little doors on these. Look at that. That's amazing, isn't it? Oh, look at those seats as well. Matching hot chocolate, is that then?
Yeah, I colour-coded in on the vents and the rams, clocks around.
Oh yes, yeah, I can
Shifter
see that.
in there fitted as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've done a few mods to it.
A few mods.
But I mean, the seats there are all original.
Yeah, factory fitted seats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than it's got coilovers all round on it, 18-inch rims, and standard exhaust, which is loud enough.
Yeah.
And mainly under the bonnet is where.
That's where you've done a bit in there.
But yeah, it's
Lovely. You had it long?
3 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not long, but long enough.
Your everyday driver?
No.
No.
I'm a black taxi driver.
Oh yeah.
That's my everyday.
That's your everyday
driver.
car.
Yeah.
Yeah. You wouldn't get too many passengers in the back of this one, would you? Really?
Definitely not. No, it's very rare. Very rare anyone ever gets in the back of this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's.
Right, we're coming up to 12 o'clock, and that means that the test hill is going to be in operation, and we're walking down the queue of people who are queuing to go up Test Hill. It's quite exciting for people to do this if they've not done it before, and even if they have done it before, it's still quite exciting. So running up to a 1 in 4 hill at the top, which is pretty steep. And we've got an unusual one here, a Mini Marcos. It's orange. Hello there, sir. Are you in there?
There's a knack of getting in it.
There's a knack.
There's plenty of room inside, but yeah.
And it's obviously a Mini Marcos. Have you had this long?
Yes, I built it in 1979 to 1980. It was on the road in 1980.
So my calculations here, that's over 42 years?
Coming up, yep.
Yeah, 42 years, and you built it yourself.
Yep.
And obviously it's based on a Mini.
It was originally based on a Mini Cooper S. I've changed the engine a few times since then, so it's now an A+.
Okay, so you've obviously used it quite a lot over the years. That's lovely. 42 years he's had that car. You might be able to hear in the background that the cars are going up the test hill now. So we're particularly looking forward to seeing this going up the hill, I think. Okay, so as we continue down, we have a Mini Clubman. You all right there? Yeah? Oh, you're on that side. Oh, right. Well, that confused me there for a minute.
And me.
Yeah.
He's trying to brake at the moment.
You're just going to pretend on this side, keep the brakes on. Yeah, quite. So, whose car is it?
Mine.
It is your one, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. So you're allowed to drive it then?
Me?
Just.
Yeah. So what have we got here? It's a Mini Clubman, but have you done some mods on it?
Not really. It's a 998 Metro engine. So it's got there's a rod change where it should have been a remote, but other than that, it's just what you see on the outside really. Haven't done to the engine yet. I'm going to want to get a bigger engine, and I'll just do a whole full works on a bigger engine.
Right. Have you been up Test Hill before?
No, It's the first time I've ever been to Brooklands. Yep. So
Oh, excellent. That should be good.
we're going to see how well
Get-
1 litre goes up that.
Get into second gear quickly, and you should be all right.
Yeah. Okay.
And then don't change again.
Used to the hills in Greece.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. There's not that many.
Oh, no.
I'm sure you'll be all right. Have fun. Hello there. This is your car.
It is, yes.
And can you tell us a little bit about it?
Not much. It was a barn find. Got it during lockdown. Went all the way to Milton Keynes with a trailer, picked it up, and brought it back. And we're just slowly doing it up, slowly restoring it. This is my 13th and Charlie's third.
Third?
Yes.
You don't look old enough to have a third Mini.
Yeah. So we don't actually know much about it. There's not much documentation with it. So we're kind of just guessing all the time what it is.
Right.
It was a project of someone's. They gave up, and I bought it back and slowly restoring it.
Okay, it's got some interesting mods and things on here, some different bits and bobs. No heater?
No heater. Someone took the heater out.
Well, that's a bit of a blow.
We do.